This is September 12, Tuesday, 2023, and we are in the second class of BBA first semester, section B. Yesterday in our class, we read the syllabus and we tried to understand the characteristics of the syllabus. For example, we read the course description in the first paragraph. I want someone in this class to remind Divakar sir, I have forgotten what we said in class. So could you gradually, one by one, remind me what points, what ideas, what things did we discuss in class yesterday? One student, give me 1 point. One student, give me 1 point. You can consult a notebook. You can consult your friend. You can recall. Tell me, what did we discuss in class yesterday? Come on, someone. Yes?
Academic writing.
Yeah? Academic writing. Okay. In class, we said that this course aims to teach us academic writing. Good. What else did we discuss in course description?
Modes of reading.
Yeah?
Modes of reading.
Modes of reading. Okay. We talked about modes of reading as well as writing, right? What else did we talk about? I want one person to give only one answer. I want everyone to participate. My rule is, what I'm doing right now, I'm doing two things in the class. I am checking how prepared you are in my class. I'm also checking how much you remember in my class. I'm also checking how much you participate. Now, I know his name pretty well. He is Mr. Rupani. How do I know? Because he participates actively, I've seen. Yesterday also, he multiple times responded. Teachers mark and observe very carefully each student, okay? I don't mean if you're silent, you're passive. I don't mean that. My point is, in this world, you should be open, expressive, outgoing. You should speak up, you should speak out, you should respond, raise hands and say, right? Then it gives a different impression to your teachers, right? Don't take it otherwise. Even if you're silent and reserved, I know you are understanding. But I want everyone in this class to tell me what we studied in yesterday's class. Yes?
Process of reading.
Okay, process of reading. We said that reading has a process. Okay. Process of reading. Somebody this side was saying something. Yes? Yeah?
About diaspora.
About?
This diaspora.
Nepali diaspora.
Diaspora. Diaspora. We talked about diasporic writing and also writing about Nepal. What else did we talk about? Yes, yes. Argumentative writing. Or you said mode of writing, right? Okay, mode of communication. We talked about mode of communication. We also talked about argumentative writing. What else? We said that this, yes, you are saying something. Yes?
Critical reception.
Critical reception. How I wish that our classroom was so technologically advanced that you all had speakers before you, and when you spoke something, there was an audio system and I could easily grasp you. I don't have to run down there and listen to you, right? But I sometimes feel I'm bad at hearing, and now soon I'm going to consult a doctor and get hearing aids if necessary. Sometimes I feel that I'm losing my hearing ability. So we talked about critical reading and we did not talk about creative reading, right? We did talk about critical reading, but we didn't talk about creative reading. What else? What else? Yes?
Broaden language.
What language?
Broaden.
Okay, we said that this course aims to broaden our horizons regarding how we use language by making us listen a lot, by making us read a lot, write a lot, watch a lot, and speak a lot. Anything else this side? Anything else? I will get one from one student, only one. Yes, you were saying something. Say it.
So, love is a fallacy?
Okay, we talked about, we were saying that it has different themes. Different themes. And as an example, I said, you can read Max Suleiman's wonderful story, Love is a Fallacy, where a boy thinks that, a girl, if the girl is beautiful, it's not enough to marry her. She also should be intelligent. And the boy thinks that beautiful girls are not intelligent. And the boy thinks that the boys should and can teach the girls and make them intelligent. And he embarks on a journey to make his girlfriend intelligent. And he makes his girlfriend so intelligent that he rejects all his proposals. And finally, he loses his girlfriend. And another classmate who is dumb guy gets that girl. Because that boy has a raccoon coat and the girl loves raccoon coat. So she says, I'll be in love with a boy who has a raccoon coat. Not with a boy who is so intelligent. Did anyone read that story? You read it. Or many of you read it. Because you like the theme of love, right? We all do. Okay. So what we did, we tried to recall what we did in class yesterday. Now we'll move with new things today. Okay. So let's move to course objectives. Can anyone just tell me from your out of a memory, what is the first objective of this course? Anyone? If you have printed page, you can use that page. I don't know if it's a new or old. Old, I guess. This is old one. Can someone tell me out of their memory, if you have read the soft copy I mailed you, what is the first objective of this course? This course aims to the first objective. Okay, don't worry, I will tell. Don't worry if you can't, because I have in my laptop, I can read out, right? Okay, the first objective is read and respond to texts in different genres by using revised Bloom's taxonomy. Let me write. Read, respond to text. How? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we have, okay. Summarizing, then we have understanding, then we have applying, then we have analyzing, and then we have what do we have? Evaluating. Okay, analyzing, evaluating, creating. Evaluating, creating. Okay. You have a poem, let's say, and you read the poem, right? You have a story, you read the story. So the first thing you do as you read a poem or a story is you ask a question. What is the poet trying to say? Whenever you read something, the first thing you do is you try to understand the text, right? What is the writer saying, right? Second is, what is the what does the writer mean by what she or he says? Do you think there is a difference between what we say and what we mean? Do you think saying and meaning are same? No. Many times people say one thing at the surface and they mean something quite different at the bottom. Do you realize this thing? Many times people do not say things directly. They imply. They imply. Okay. Then once you understand, once you know these things, so how do you make sure that you know these things? You make sure these things by summarizing. How do you summarize? You note down main ideas. You note down main ideas. For example, as I look at you carefully, she's sitting arms akimbo, she's sitting arms akimbo. I see many of you are sitting and listening to me, right? Fine, that's good. But I expect that as I teach you, you have your pen in your hand, your note copy is open, and you not only listen to me, you go on noting down what I'm saying. That's how, when the class ends, you have an outline of the class. A good student, you're all good, you're all good. A good student at college level makes sure that when the teacher leaves the class, he has something recorded on his page to take home. Otherwise, if you don't note anything from my class and you go home, it may be difficult for you to recall what I said in class, right? For example, when I come to class, I come with notes I make at home to help me in class. So one skill that you should learn, I hope you already have learned, is the skill of note taking in class. The skill of note taking or outlining or summarizing. You can say either of the expressions. Note taking or outlining or summarizing. Each time a teacher is teaching, listen carefully. We call that active listening. We call it active listening. As you listen, you ask questions and then note down the ideas I'm talking about. Okay. So when you summarize, you make sure that you understand. How do we make sure that we understand what we read? We make sure that what we read, we are understanding by summarizing. If you can make accurate summary of anything, I know that you have got it. Then, after you summarize and understand, next thing you do is you analyze. What is analysis? Suppose you give me this attendance sheet and say, Divakar sir, analyze this thing. So what I do? To analyze this attendance sheet, I focus on its parts. Oh, it's green colored, so it's soothing to the eyes. Previously it was red colored, very provocative psychologically. When you see red color, your pressure goes up. So I'm happy this time they have chosen a green color for this sheet. It's soothing to the eye. Look my analysis. Then I read the top of this record file and I see big letters, college name, Little Angels College of Management affiliated to Kathmandu University, a heading. It is a heading. I'm focusing on the heading. Now I see there is empty good space, enough wide space. It makes a good visual look. Then I see below name, address, subject, year. There are fields and my name has been written Divakar Upadhyay. And now I see that they have misspelled my surname. They have misspelled my surname. My name is not spelled as Upadhyay, Upadhyaya. No, it's Upadhyay. Look what I'm doing. I'm focusing on a particular component. So analysis is focusing on each component. Analysis is seeing the interrelationship of the components. Then I turn the cover. Oh, I see there are 2 pages. Now let me see what is there. One page, here is another page. One is attendance sheet. The good thing is that the rows and columns are big enough for me to read carefully. Previously, they were too tiny and I could not read the letters. Now this time, the boxes are bigger. So I can easily put the numbers. That's a good thing. Look my analysis. I'm reading and commenting. Then there is students attendance record fall semester 223 BBA 1B subject. Then I turn the page. I have a second page here. It says fall 23 date, topic, remark. I'm supposed to record what topics I teach every day and any remarks. So what I'm doing, then at the back I have again this information. What I did, I carefully observed this item. I looked at each part of this thing separately. I commented on these parts, how good, how badly they are written. And I tried to see their interrelationship. And I came to a judgment that this is a good record file. I like it. This is an example of analysis. So analysis basically is separating parts and seeing their interrelationship. Suppose you are studying medical science, doctor, and a dead body is brought to you on the table for analyzing the digestive system. So what do? You cut the body, the dead body, you tear it open, and you take each part and you place them separately on the table and name them. Oh, this is large intestine. Oh, this is small intestine. Oh, this is the liver. Oh, this is this. And you name them. And you see interrelationship. In reading also, you read a poem. Then you ask a question. What does the poet say in stanza 1? What does he say in stanza 2? What does he say in stanza 3? Then you ask, does the poet contradict his own statement somewhere? If yes, you highlight. Oh, the author says one thing at the beginning and he says just opposite at the end. So the author is self-contradictory. Or you separate each stanza and you see the connection among the stanzas and you try to see how the meaning develops from one stanza to another. That is analysis. You analyze, you read, understand, then summarize, then analyze. Now there is something, is there a word? Synthesizing. Okay, let me write another word here. Analysis and synthesis go together. First you analyze, you separate parts, then you synthesize, you put them together. What is synthesis? Synthesis is putting them together. Synthesis means seeing the interrelationship. Synthesis means seeing the connection among things. What is synthesis? Seeing the connection. So when you synthesize, you bring them back, you put them together. Like the jigsaw puzzle. Have you played with jigsaw puzzle? You have jigsaw puzzle, you open it, separate it. I can say these days children have Legos, right? I see children have Legos, and it comes in a packet. There is a picture given, process given, small 2-year-old, 3-year-old children, you give them, and they spend time and they put everything back together, looking. So they are synthesizing. They are synthesizing, bringing it back together, putting it back together. In reading also, suppose you read a 10-page story, and imagine there are 5 sections in a story. It's a long story. Then as you read, you note your points in a note copy, read. You make notes. And finally you say, oh, this idea is related to this idea. Oh, this idea has a connection with this idea. Oh, from here the story moved here. Then from here, here. Then here. Then here. Then finally here. Finally conclusion. Look at the connection. You see the interconnection of the happenings in the story, relation among the characters, relation among the events, and you make a meaning of the story. So you analyze and then you synthesize. Analyze, separate parts, synthesize, put them together in a new way. Actually, synthesis means, have you seen when you go to a meeting, suppose you are in a meeting, there are, let's say, 10 people, and everyone is given 5 minutes to express their views. They have come with notes, and turn by turn, each member in the meeting expresses their views on the whiteboard, and you note down. And when 9 people have spoken, and you have some notes in a copy, your turn comes to respond. What do? You see the connection among what they have said. And by analyzing what they have said, you decide what you want to say. Have you seen? Do you ever listen to Sumana Shrestha on Facebook? Have you heard about Sumana Shrestha? Sumana Shrestha is a representative in the parliament from Rashtriya Swatantra Party. And last time I saw that Sumana was analyzing the education bill in the parliament. And she was grilling the minister by talking point by point, by raising questions. And finally, she came with her own view about what we should do to improve the situation. So synthesis is how you come with your original idea. Analysis is listening to others. What is analysis? Listening to others. Synthesis is coming up with your original idea. Right now in this class, you are listening to a teacher, right? And while you are listening to me, inside your mind, you are interacting, agreeing, disagreeing, and you are making your opinion. So you are synthesizing my views. You are synthesizing my views. And if I call you here and ask you to respond to the class, you will express your views. Let's do roll number 7. Roll number, okay, come here, come, we'll do this. This dangerous thing, right? All of a sudden you get called. Okay, let's see the example of synthesizing, okay. Okay, so we're not focusing you because we haven't taken permission. If someday you allow, we'll focus you. So, Mr. Patel, right? Yes, now look, I know his name. How do I know his name now? It's second day. So can you tell what we are discussing in class now, today? What things are we discussing?
About course content.
Course content. Can you tell your feeling, your opinion about this course, whether you like, dislike, or what's your response to this course? Whatever you have heard. Can you give your opinion? Does it seem to be a good course or poor course, strong course? I want you to say something about this course.
This course is not so complicated, but we can, if we study, we can do better.
Okay, look what he said. He said this course is not so complicated. This is his judgment, right? His statement, what he said, this course is not so complicated. This sentence that he spoke comes after listening to the teacher of this class. And he is making this statement on the basis of synthesizing what I said. So synthesis is, in a sense, the conclusion that you arrive at after listening other people. So what is synthesis? Your conclusion, your view, your opinion that you arrive at after listening other people. So it is not given in a syllabus, so I thought I should talk about it. Where did I place the marker? I often forget. Okay. So you understand, then you summarize, then you analyze, then you synthesize. Then you synthesize, and then you evaluate. You judge. Look, his statement is evaluative. He said, this course to me does not seem very complicated. This is a judgment. This is evaluation. And this evaluation is based on listening to the teacher's analysis and synthesizing his ideas. He may be right, he may be wrong. He may agree, he may disagree. What I'm making you understand is what he did. He evaluated the course. So then you evaluate, you pass a judgment. In evaluation, you say where you agree. You also say where you disagree. You say what value does this text have for you. You say how useful the reading was. You say where you can apply this knowledge to improve the society. And you judge. You say, oh, Divakar sir, this poem is useless. I don't like it. And you give a reason. You say, Divakar sir, this is wonderful. I appreciate. I want to read more issues like this. You evaluate, right? And then, finally, when you evaluate, then you finally, you apply. You apply. See, education is not about classrooms. Education is not about grades and passing and failing and college dresses and curriculum. Education is how you live your life. Education is how you behave outside the classroom. Education is what is your behavior if you fall in a danger. Education is how you solve problems you face in day-to-day life. Education is how you contribute to make the society a better place to live in. Education is how you contribute to make this earth more livable. Education is not just grades and curriculum and books. Education is human behavior. It's about human behavior. So when you say education is about human behavior, you're saying that education is applying what we read in our life and solving the challenges of our life. Why are you coming to LA, CM? Why are you taking the BBA degree? Because you believe that when you possess a BBA degree, maybe you will get a better job. Maybe you will create your own job. Maybe you will become an entrepreneur. Maybe you will open your own institution, organization, you will run and you will give job to people. With this belief you have come. You haven't come to LSCM simply with the belief that you will get a degree. Is that the case? No. The degree is just a symbol. The degree is just a piece of paper. What matters is what skills you learn that you can apply in your day-to-day life. And as you apply, finally, you create new knowledge. So let's write down here. As you read, you have old knowledge that is given in the poem, in the story. A given knowledge is there, right? You read, then you try to understand the given knowledge, then you summarize that knowledge to make sure you understand, then you analyze and separate parts of the knowledge, the components, then you synthesize various strands or arguments. What is A saying, what is B saying, what is C saying, you bring them together, you put them together, then you evaluate how well they argue. Is this argument convincing or is this argument unconvincing? Do I believe what he says? Does he respond to my objections? Then you apply that knowledge to a new situation to solve a problem. You apply that. And finally, you create new knowledge, new idea. So do you see, we begin with old knowledge and we end with new knowledge. That's how the society develops. That's how the society develops. For example, this year your English curriculum was revised. Why was it revised? Because we teachers felt that times are changing, the world is changing. So our students also need to learn new things. Look, we had old knowledge, we taught that book for years, we understood the book, we summarized the ideas, we analyzed the text in the book, we synthesized the ideas in the book, then we evaluated. Finally, we decided that we should have something new, and we have a new curriculum. This much for today. We have 10-minute time. Now what we're going to do is take your pen and open a new page in the copy. For 10 minutes, you will write non-stop summarizing today's class. You can copy from your friend, but not blindly. You can talk to your friend. You can take help from the friend. You can use the information on the whiteboard. Now you will write for 10 minutes. Your time starts now. Open a new page. Open a new page. On top of the page, write your name. On top of the page, write your name. Write today's date. Write today's date. Before you move ahead, let me assign presentations for tomorrow. Rusha, you will make a 5-minute presentation tomorrow on course objectives. You will carefully read the objectives at home, understand. In 5 minutes you will present to your friends what is given there. Okay? Then we have Nirajan Mijar. Nirajan, you will present on the lessons in this course. What are the chapters, topics, themes in this course?
When, sir?
Tomorrow. Do you have a soft copy of the curriculum?
No, sir.
You write an email to me. I'll instantly respond with a soft copy and go through. Your job is just write, see carefully what topics, what is the theme, topics, and just in 5 minutes tell the class these are the chapters, titles, poems, essays, stories, these are themes that we'll study. And then, wait a minute. So, Nirajan will talk about the themes. Nirajan, note down the themes in this curriculum. And then, who is Swarup Moktan? Swarup will talk about self-reading and evaluation criteria. Swarup will talk about self-reading, what is given in self-reading section, and evaluation criteria in BBA program. That's all. We have 3 5-minute presentations tomorrow. So we are starting with presentations, and over the days you will see that I'll be passive, I'll try to be passive, and you will be teaching the lessons. And I'll be watching you, listening to you, and advising you how to move ahead. So write down now. Start writing. Your time is now. For 10 minutes, write carefully what we did in class today. Please start writing, and you will write non-stop for 10 minutes. You can copy information from the friend sitting next to you. You can copy information from the whiteboard. You can copy information from your notes you took earlier. You will summarize this class. Now, when you have done, you will cam scan the page. Cam scan, you know cam scan. Save it as a PDF file and mail to my email I gave you. And what you will do, you want to say something to them? Okay.
Good morning, everyone. My face might be familiar to you. But about the information type, you are paying a lot more for books, second-hand books. So I'm just curious, second day and council to exam. So we are sorry for that. It's a time management now. First of all, every year student council books price set for victims. Okay? For example, English book 250, 300. This set so excessively high amount. Math book English 800. So I'm here to say that. Only like high price pay as a body price set you can bargain. Case of the books if you have any problem, link up you can contact with me. Seniors exam books are available, but we will request them to bring it here. So problems are you can talk to me, okay? Thank you.
Anugya, I need your permission. You got accidentally recorded. So is it okay? You were speaking and you got recorded. When I became conscious, I turned the camera away, okay? Thank you. Thank you. Actually, I should seek your explicit permission when I record your faces. I do these things for academic purpose, and I am conscious that I should not record your faces because it goes public, right? So when you mail your assignment, make sure that you name your file your name, not your name, right? And then BBA section A, and then today's date. 3 things: your full name, your section, and the date when you did the assignment. And you know my email, right? If you don't know, here it goes. Each assignment you submit brings certain marks from internal evaluation. So when I send you internal marks, I count how many assignments you have submitted. Okay? Just submitting assignments brings you marks. Okay? Thank you. Any questions you want to ask me? Anything you want to ask me? Thank you.